So these are the future tenses in French. Now, we have both tenses in English as well. The near future, which is going to do something, which I always feel that has some sort of planning going on, so you know you're going to do something. And then the simple future, where we use the word will in English. So you won't find the word will in the dictionary when you're trying to do the future. You need to find the verb and then put the future endings. But we'll have a look at that in a minute. And that sometimes I feel is not necessarily a planned action, but they have similar meanings. So let's see how we form them. So let's try the near future first. Near future, fairly easy. Examples: I'm going to play, we're going to study, and it's just like is in English where we use the verb to go. I'm going, we are going, and then we add an infinitive at the end. So can you remember how the verb to go goes in French? Let's have a look, see if you can remember. So aller is our verb to go in the present tense. And it goes je vais, I'm going. It could also mean I go, but in this tense we use it to mean I'm going. Tu vas, you are going, the singular form. Il, elle en va, he, she, it's going. Nous allons, we are going. Vous allez, you are going, plural. And then ils, elles vont, they are going. And just the same as in English, we just add an infinitive at the end. Okay, so infinitive, I've highlighted it in bold here because it's the same as these infinitives up here in English. Okay, so what's an infinitive? Can we remember? Right, so the infinitive is the verb, the doing verb, that starts with to in English. So as I highlighted on the other slide, to do, to play, to eat. In French, all infinitives, instead of having this to at the beginning, they end in either er, ir, or re. The majority are er. Let's have a look at a few of them. Manger, to eat, it's got er on the end. Habiter, to live, er on the end. Aller, to go, is also an infinitive in itself, to go. Okay, so now you know how to form it. Let's do a bit of practice. So this is an example. I'm going to visit the shops. Je vais visiter les magasins. I'm going, je vais, visiter, the infinitive, and les magasins, the shops. Next one, we're going to live in France. So we've got the aller part, nous allons, habiter, the infinitive, en France, in France. Okay, so you have a go now. You might need to have some notes handy or rewind back first if you're not sure, then come back to this. Okay, so you've got your 8 there. Pause it now, have a go, and then we'll go over the answers in a minute. Have a think about how you do the question format. Number 7 is a bit more advanced, and just be careful number 5. Okay, the answers then. So, elle va boire. Elle va, the aller, part of aller, plus boire, the infinitive to drink. Je vais prendre, I'm going to have, especially if you're going to talk about food, for example, or je vais avoir. Ils, elles vont jouer. Je vais danser. Nous allons aller, or you could have partir, to go, to leave. Nous allons aller, just the one that you need to be careful with because you're using aller twice, first in the new form and then the infinitive. Number 6, je vais manger. 2 ways of doing this question. Tu vas visiter or vas-tu visiter? Again, we're still using the part of avoir, but in the question format, we're inverting it. So have a look at my video on question formats if you're not sure how you do questions. And number 8, je vais faire. I'm going to do or to make. Okay, so that's the near future. Let's have a look at the simple future. So in English, we might say, I will play or we will study. Will is the key word here. So whenever we use will in English, that's where we use this simple future in French. So how do we form it? Well, we know that all infinitives end in er, ir, and re. So for this one, we just take the infinitive ending in er and ir as they are. For re ones, we just remove the e at the end. And then we add for all of these verbs, er, ir, and the re without the e on the end, these following endings. So for I, you put ai on the end. You put as. He, she, it, a. We, on. You, a. And they, on. So the I, a. You, a. He, she, it, a. We, on. You, plural, a. And they, on. Okay, some examples. So we will study. We've got our infinitive étudier, er on the end. We know it's infinitive, to study. And we just take the infinitive and then we add ons on the end if we want the new form. Nous étudierons. We will study. Again, another one. We will eat. So take the verb infinitive manger, er on the end, to eat. Manger, and then we add a on the end. So remember, don't take anything off, just add a on the end. I will eat. Je mangerai. Okay, some irregulars don't follow that rules for the future tense. So these are some that are irregular in other tenses as well. So avoir, you'd take AUR and then you'd add the endings that we had on the last page. So I will have would be j'aurai, J apostrophe AUR AI. Okay, so that's just the beginning stem bit. Faire goes to faire. Aller goes to ir. Voir goes to vers. Pouvoir goes to pour. Être goes to ser. So as I said before, endings exactly the same as the other verbs, the regular verbs, just the first stem bit changes. If you can't remember the verbs, avoir to have, faire to do, aller to go, voir to see, pouvoir to be able to or can, être to be. Okay, so as I said, you take the stem, this red bit, and then you add, as before, all those endings that we had on the last page. Okay, bit of practice next. So again, have some notes out if you're not sure. Okay, so pause it now, have a go, and then when you're ready, play it and go through the answers. Okay, so number one, we will visit. Visiter is our infinitive, so nous visiterons. She will live. Habiter is our infinitive, elle habitera. I will play. Je jouerai. I will think. Je penserai. They will help. Ils, elles aideront. You, singular, will read. Tu liras. We will eat. Nous mangerons. And my dad will make a cake. Mon père fera un gâteau. Remember, faire, to make or to do, is an irregular one, and it starts with faire, and then we have the a at the end. Mon père fera un gâteau. Okay, I hope you've got it now. Rewind it back if you're not sure, and have another go.